Two retirees, same income, same savings. One pays $3,345 in state taxes every single year. The other pays $9,552. That is a difference of $6,207 every single year. Not because one worked harder, not because one saved more, because of the state on their driver's license. Over 20 years of retirement, that difference becomes $124,000. $124,000 gone to a state that was never part of your retirement plan. Today, I am ranking the best and worst states to retire in for 2026, using the same retiree profile in every single state, so you can compare them directly for the first time. And I am covering Kentucky and Louisiana in complete detail because you asked for them specifically. Stay with this entire video, because the state that surprises everyone is not the one you're expecting. I am Kevin. Most retirement tax articles only look at income tax. I looked at everything: income tax, property tax, and the hidden costs, using the exact same retiree in every state. These are the real numbers. Let me show you. Before the ranking, let me show you exactly how every state was measured. Same retiree, every state. Single filer, age 65, $25,000 Social Security, $20,000 pension, $20,000 IRA withdrawal, $65,000 total retirement income, home value of $350,000. Three things measured in every state. 1, income tax on Social Security, pension, and IRA withdrawals. 2, property tax on a $350,000 home after senior exemptions. 3, sales tax on everyday spending. Every number you are about to see comes from this exact same calculation. No estimates, no generalizations. The same retiree in every state. Let me start with the worst, because understanding what costs the most tells you exactly what to avoid. Worst state number 5, Minnesota. Social Security, not taxed for our profile, but all other retirement income, pension, 401k, IRA, fully taxed at rates starting at 5.35%. After property tax credits and sales tax, total annual burden for our standard retiree, $5,965. Worst state number 4, Vermont. Social Security becomes taxable for single filers with AGI above $55,000. Our profile at $65,000 crosses that threshold. Progressive income tax rates apply on top of that. After property tax credits, total annual burden, $6,060. Vermont has a bill introduced to phase out the Social Security tax. It has not passed yet. Until it does, Vermont remains on this list. Worst state number 3, Connecticut. Here is good news for Connecticut. Starting in 2026, Connecticut completes its full phase-in of a 100% deduction for pension, annuity, and IRA income for single filers with AGI below $75,000. Our profile pays 0 state income tax, but Connecticut has some of the highest property taxes in the nation. Total annual burden, $6,628. Income tax is improving. Property tax is still the problem. We're state number 2, Illinois. This is the one that will surprise you the most. Illinois completely exempts all Social Security, all pension income, and all IRA and 401k withdrawals from its 4.95% flat tax. 0 state income tax on retirement income sounds like a top 5 state. It is not. Illinois has the second highest effective property tax rate in the entire country. On a $350,000 home, after senior exemptions, the estimated annual property tax is $5,750, plus one of the highest average combined sales tax rates, 8.9%. Total annual burden, $7,486. The lesson from Illinois: never judge a state by its income tax headline alone. Property tax and sales tax are part of the calculation. And the worst state number 1, New Jersey. New Jersey has the highest property taxes in the nation. On a $350,000 home, the estimated annual property tax is $8,260. Total annual burden before any credits, $9,552. That is the number that creates the $6,207 annual gap I showed you at the start. But here is something important. Starting in 2026, New Jersey's new Stay NJ program provides a credit for 50% of a senior's property tax bill, up to $6,500 per year. For eligible seniors, that drops the total burden from $9,552 to approximately $5,422. New Jersey is still expensive, but that Stay NJ credit changes the picture significantly for seniors who qualify. Stay with me, because the 5 best states are where the real surprises are, including one state that just made the top 5 for the first time in 2026. Best state number 5, Michigan. Michigan makes the top 5 for the first time in 2026. The state just completed its full phase-out of the retirement income tax. Starting in 2026, all pension and retirement benefits are fully deductible. Our standard retiree pays 0 state income tax. After property tax credits and a flat 6% sales tax, total annual burden, $4,187. Michigan was on nobody's best state list 2 years ago. In 2026, it belongs here. Best state number 4, Kentucky. And now, the state most of you asked about, Kentucky. Social Security, not taxed. Kentucky provides an exemption of $31,110 per person for all other retirement income, pension, 401k, IRA. For our standard retiree, only $8,890 of the $40,000 in pension and IRA income is taxable. At Kentucky's flat rate of 3.5%, which was reduced from 4% effective January 1st, 2026, that creates an income tax bill of just $311. Property tax. Kentucky offers a homestead exemption of $49,100 for homeowners 65 and older. That reduces the taxable value of a $350,000 home. After that exemption, estimated annual property tax, $2,588. Sales tax, a flat 6% statewide rate, no local add-ons. And groceries and prescription drugs are fully exempt. Total annual burden for our standard Kentucky retiree, $4,069. Kentucky earns its spot in the top 4. And there is more good news for Kentucky retirees. The $31,110 exemption applies per person. A married couple with the same income breakdown can each exclude $31,110, making an even stronger case for Kentucky as a retirement destination. Best state number 3, Tennessee. Tennessee has no state income tax on retirement income, no tax on Social Security, no tax on pensions, no tax on IRA or 401k withdrawals. Property tax is reasonable, estimated at $2,205 per year on our standard home. The one caution, Tennessee has one of the highest combined sales tax rates in the country, approximately 9.55%. And unlike Kentucky, Tennessee taxes groceries. For a retiree on a fixed income who spends carefully, the grocery tax adds up every single week. Total annual burden, $4,067. Tennessee earns number 3. Best state number 2, Mississippi. Mississippi exempts all qualified retirement income from state income tax. Social Security, exempt. Pension, exempt. 401k and IRA, exempt. No exceptions. No income caps. All of it. Property tax is among the lowest in the country. Senior homestead exemption reduces the burden further. Total annual burden, $3,395. One note, Mississippi does tax groceries at a reduced 5% rate. That is the only real cost consideration here, and the best state for retirement taxes in 2026. Best state number 1, Wyoming. No state income tax. Social Security, not taxed. Pension, not taxed. IRA and 401k, not taxed. No estate tax, no inheritance tax. One of the lowest property tax burdens in the nation. Residential property assessed at just 9.5% of fair market value. Estimated annual property tax on a $350,000 home, $2,261. Sales tax, state rate of 4%. Groceries and prescription drugs exempt. Total annual burden for our standard retiree, $3,345. The lowest of any state in this ranking. That is the number on the other side of the $6,207 gap I showed you at the beginning. Wyoming is the benchmark. Every other state is measured against it. Stay with me, because I still need to cover Louisiana, which you asked for, and the state that surprised me the most in this entire research. Louisiana, the second state most of you asked about specifically. Here is the complete picture. Social Security, not taxed. Louisiana provides a retirement income exclusion of $12,000 per person for retirees aged 65 and older. Income tax rate in 2026, a flat 3%. That is one of the lowest flat rates in the country. For our standard retiree, only $28,000 of the $40,000 in pension and IRA income is taxable after the exclusion. Income tax bill, $840. Property tax. Louisiana's homestead exemption protects the first $75,000 of your home's market value from property taxes. On a $350,000 home, only $275,000 is taxable. Estimated annual property tax, $1,540. That is one of the lowest property tax bills in this entire ranking. Then comes the trade-off. Louisiana has the highest average combined sales tax rate in the United States, approximately 9.55%. On average, annual spending, estimated sales tax cost, $1,862. Total annual burden for our standard Louisiana retiree, $4,242. That places Louisiana between Kentucky at number 4 and Michigan at number 5, making it a strong middle-tier state. Not quite top 5, but significantly better than most people assume. And here is the news that matters most for Louisiana retirees. On November 3rd, 2026, Louisiana voters will decide on 2 constitutional amendments that could dramatically reduce property taxes for seniors. Amendment 1 would create a new age-based property tax exemption, $6,000 additional exemption for ages 65 to 68, increasing to $30,000 for seniors aged 81 and older. Amendment 2 would raise the income limit to qualify for the property tax assessment freeze from approximately $100,000 to $150,000. If both amendments pass, Louisiana moves significantly closer to the top 5. This is why November 3rd, 2026 matters for every Louisiana retiree. I promised you a surprise. Here it is. The state most retirees overlook, the one that appears on no best states list because it has a state income tax, is Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania has a flat income tax rate of 3.07%. Most people see that number and stop reading. Here is what they miss. Pennsylvania exempts 100% of Social Security from state tax. Pennsylvania exempts 100% of pension income. Pennsylvania exempts 100% of 401k and IRA withdrawals. For our standard retiree, the 3.07% rate does not apply to any of the $65,000 in retirement income. 0 state income tax. Functionally identical to living in Wyoming, but with world-class hospitals within driving distance. Property taxes are higher than Wyoming, but Pennsylvania's property tax and rent rebate program provides up to $1,000 back for qualifying seniors. Pennsylvania does not make this top 5 ranking because of property tax levels. But for a retiree coming from the Northeast who wants 0 income tax on retirement income and access to major medical centers, Pennsylvania is the most underrated retirement state in the country. Here is what to do with everything I just showed you. 1. Run your own number using your actual retirement income. The $65,000 profile I used may be higher or lower than your situation. Income tax exemptions often have per-person limits, meaning a married couple gets double the benefit in states like Kentucky. Your number will be different. 2. Never judge a state by its income tax headline alone. Illinois proves this. 0 income tax on retirement income. And still the second most expensive state in this ranking. Property tax and sales tax are part of every calculation. 3. If you're a Louisiana retiree, mark November 3rd, 2026 on your calendar. 2 ballot amendments that day could significantly reduce your property tax burden. Vote on both. 4. If you live in a state not covered in this video, drop the name in the comments below. The states that get the most requests become the next video. We go wherever you need us to go. 5. If you already retired in a high-tax state, you have options. Many states allow partial year resident status for tax purposes. Consult a tax professional about what moving mid-year means for your specific situation. I want to be honest about what this ranking does and does not tell you. Tax savings are real. $6,207 a year is real money. $124,000 over 20 years is a significant number for anyone on a fixed income. But the best state for your retirement is not just the lowest tax state. It is the state where your health care is accessible, where your family can visit, where your dollar stretches across total cost of living, not just the income tax line. Wyoming is number 1 on this tax ranking. But if your specialist is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania may be the better answer. If your children are in Louisville, Kentucky at $4,069 per year may serve you better than Wyoming at $3,345. The $724 annual difference between Kentucky and Wyoming is not worth sacrificing proximity to family. Use this ranking as a tool, not a verdict. If this ranking showed you something that changes how you see your retirement plan, hit the like button right now. 1 second. It puts this video in front of more retirees who need to see these numbers. If you're not subscribed yet, subscribe and turn on the bell. Every week, this channel goes deep on the exact data that affects your retirement finances. Verified research, real numbers, every time. Now I need to know what to build next. Drop a comment below with your state and your topic vote. Should I rank more states not covered in this video, like Ohio, North Carolina, Arizona, or wherever you live? Or should I go deeper on Medicare costs and how to reduce them after retirement? Or the 401k withdrawal strategy that minimizes your lifetime tax bill before you stop working? Whatever gets the most comments, that is the next video. Your comment today builds tomorrow's content. I will not disappoint. Drop it below. And I will see you in the next one.